Good afternoon, my name is Ivan Zuniga, and today I will be speaking about the environment, specifically about invasive species. Do you ever wonder if there's any problems going on in the United States, especially in the Southeast? Well, in the Southeast, in the state of Florida, there has been a problem going on in the Everglades since the 1970s, and that problem is the invasive species of the Burmese python. In the article titled "Pythons Are Becoming a Problem in the Florida Everglades," it talks about how much of a problem the invasive species has been for quite some time, and how if these invasive species keep populating more, then it could lead them to go into other ecosystems and have an effect not only in the Everglades but in other areas of Florida. The Burmese python has been a problem in Florida since 1979 when the very first one was discovered, and because of this Burmese python, it led to uh, many more pythons being born in the Everglades and leading them to drastic changes in the wildlife in the ecosystem. According to Cheryl Millett in the article "Python Patrol Stopping a Burmese Python Invasion," she goes on to say one of the problems with the Burmese python is that it's an invasive species getting in the way of the area's natural functioning system. That is why we are trying to remove it. From what she's saying, she's trying to say that the state of Florida is trying to remove this species in order to prevent any other damage going on in the ecosystem. When it comes to traits on the website SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, some of the traits I was able to learn about these pythons are that these pythons can grow up to 15 to 20 feet. They can live up to more than 20 years, and in order for them to kill their prey, they don't poison them by biting them. They tend to squeeze their prey until they stop breathing, and then they just swallow them whole. When it comes to the damage they've caused many damage to the ecosystem and to other wildlife. According to the United States Geological Survey, the article titled "How Have Invasive Pythons Impacted Florida Ecosystems?" It goes on to say non-native Burmese pythons have established a breeding population in South Florida and are one of the most concerning invasive species in Everglades National Park. This really tends to show me that it's a big problem in the Everglades National Park because for the people of Florida who go to the Everglades to hunt or to enjoy themselves in the national park, they may not be able to see most of the natural wildlife there because of these pythons. So in order for these pythons to stop being such a factor on the wildlife, there has to be a solution to how to get rid of them. In the same article titled "How Have Invasive Pythons Impacted Florida Ecosystem," it states that in 2012, study populations of raccoons dropped 99.3%, possums 98.9%, and bobcats 87.5% since 1997. Due to these numbers, it pretty much tells me that it's increased throughout the years because of the python, and if there's no solution to get rid of these pythons, then it's just going to be increasing over time. When it comes to the efforts of getting rid of these pythons, the state of Florida has decided to let the public go after these pythons and kill them. And the website FWC, in the article "Removing Pythons in Florida," goes on to talk about how the public has permission to kill any pythons that are on private property without a permit. This right here tells me that the people have the right to kill them no matter what, and the state of Florida is also paying these people to kill these pythons in order to benefit them and the ecosystem. So the heavier and the longer these pythons are, the more money the people will get. The pythons in Florida have been a problem for many years, but now that there's a solution on how to get rid of them, we can finally see drastic change little by little. In conclusion, ever since the pythons have been in Florida since the 70s, we've seen it cause massive problems. But now that we found a solution on how to slowly get rid of them, we can finally see drastic change within periods of time, within a small time. Thank you.